You know, I want us to actually look at ourselves very well and ask this question that has been bothering my spirit. What is wrong with the church? What actually is wrong with the present day church? I also need to bring you to this consciousness that will make you also think and ask the same question like I do. What is wrong with the church? Why is it that we have turned the church of God to fun fair? The church has become a breeding ground for mockery, for embarrassment, for merchandise, and for entertainment. Why have we given the church to the devil to make fun rather of what is holy? What is happening with the church? We need to really go back and ask ourselves questions. I divided it into 2 or 3, as the case may be, so that we can actually think. I want us to just think. I didn't just come this morning to teach you nothing. I want you to think aloud with me. What is wrong with the church? The church is supposed to be a safe haven for believers. The Bible refers the church to Mount Zion. Mount Zion, where the righteous will run into and be saved. In the old order, the Bible refers the church as a house with a blood painted on its lintel. That's how the Bible refers the church to us. So anybody that walks in there is safe. So the church is a saving entity for humanity. It saves your soul. It saves your family. It saves your life. It saves you from the calamity. It saves you from the devil. It saves you from everything that is wrong. But the truth now is that almost everything that is wrong is found in the church. So who is saving who? Like I said, and I began to ponder to ask questions because I want to learn. I discovered that both the priests, both the people are all victims. They are all to blame. So I now begin to think, as I go back memory lane concerning our fathers in faith. When we talk about Paul, we talk about Peter, we talk about John, we talk about all the disciples of Christ. You now discover that they all got stuck to the reality of the truth. Most of them paid with their lives believing the truth. But the unfortunate part of it is that today, both the leaders and those that are led are confused. Because the enemy has redirected the path of men and changed the narrative. So the standard, the yardstick, has been corrupted. And that's why everybody is now a priest. Yes, that was Moses' prayer, that everybody will be a priest and a prophet. That's Moses' prayer. And that's God's intention, that nobody will be able to say to anybody, know the Lord, because all shall know the Lord, beginning from the head to the least. Because he will take away the heart of stone and put a heart of flesh in us, and he will engrave his word in our hearts, and his spirit will interpret it to us. That's the reason Christ died. That's the purpose of the Holy Spirit, that everyone will know the Lord for himself. But the now is that nobody is eager to know the Lord. The church now has formed or has been christened or analyzed, directed or pirated, or had been labeled to be where we get something, where we go either to get from the flocks, or the flocks will get from each other, or they will get from the priests. The church is supposed to be the university for believers. So they will come to the knowledge of Jesus, and they will be revealed. Their self will be revealed to them, and they will be able to serve the Lord for themselves and by themselves. But now, we now begin to look at it from this form, that everybody is looking for what to get. Nobody is willing or yelling to learn. Nobody. If there is nothing to get, then there is no reason to go. So what are we going to get? And when we talk about what to get, it's entirely physical, entirely material. It has to be what will benefit them now. Nobody is willing to pay the price for the truth, or for the tomorrow, for the eternity, for the kingdom we profess to have. So it has changed everything. So my question now is, what has happened to the church? Why is it that people are no longer willing to learn? Why is it that people are all out for what to gain? None is seeking him. None is seeking the Lord. And that's why freedom is far-fetched. Because it's only in the knowledge of the truth that we shall receive true freedom. When the truth is not revealed, we remain in a bondage. We remain prey to the enemy. May God give us understanding. Beloved, the question now comes to you. What are you looking for in the church? Why do you go to church? That's the reason why a lot of people are no longer going to church. Because what they are asking or looking for is wrong. So when they don't get it, they will throw tantrums at the priests and the pastors. And they will go back to whatever they're trying to do, telling you that they can connect to God anywhere. It's true, you can. Very true. But what are you listening to? What are you hearing? What is the instruments that is forming what you believe? What do you hear? Because that's where the problem lies. A lot of us claim to be preaching and teaching